Peace, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's see, I'm setting things up. This show is gonna be focusing on the hurricane that's happening here in South Texas, Hurricane Anna. Earlier this morning, we had some rain. I was sleeping. A few storms are on the way again. But right now, by Christi, going towards was it St. Allen and all those southern cities and into Mexico. They're getting bombarded right now with heavy rains. So stay for a few seconds. I'm getting all the articles ready to decide. Right now, I'm sharing the was it the current radar? Let me play it so you guys can see. It's showing you the current was it the current route of the hurricane going towards South Texas. So it is live right now, and it's very bad right now. So I hope all the people who are over there in South Texas, Corpus Christi, I hope y'all are doing good. One second. All right, guys, I'm back. So as you can see, the storm is moving very quickly right now, and I'm here in North Houston, and I can see already outside it's very getting very cloudy. Let me zoom in so you guys can see the location of the hurricane. Yeah. So, it says in the newscast, the red part shows it's gonna be very, very thundering and heavy rain. So it's gonna be bad, very bad. And isn't it interesting? A few days ago, I kept telling you guys that something major is gonna be happening between August and October, and I mentioned national disaster and stuff like that. Well, according to the report, this is the first hurricane of the season here in Texas. So, and we're still in the month of July. So, this is going to be very interesting. And seeing, with us being under a pandemic and all that stuff, this rain, a storm, and the damage that it's going to do, it's not going to be pretty, y'all. And it's projected to head all the way towards, like, go inward to Mexico. But if you look at it right here, I see it's gonna touch even Laredo. So all this southern part of Texas right here in the tip, yeah, they're gonna get hit. And up here in Houston, what we see here, it's showing like the rain. It's like it's gonna be sending some storms over here. So I'm already seeing outside. There's some clouds. I'm up here between the woodlands and was it Houston? So I know for sure this area we're gonna see something in a few minutes. So if you know anyone who's out there in Corpus Christi area in South Texas, just double check on them and call them and see what's going on. My sister actually and her family they went to was it South Padre, for the weekend, and right now, she texted me. She's like she's under the rain. So yeah, guys, I'm telling you, it's very serious. And I've been talking about national disaster happening between August and October, and look at it, we already have our first one. Let me read your article. Let's see. Let me show you an article. Let me show you a different article. Okay. Okay, the article reads, the title says Hurricane Anna continues to intensify ahead of Texas landfall. Right. And it's showing you how fast it's gonna be once you get in. Now you see here the direction. It's showing you that it's gonna be hitting, you know, Corpus Christi area and then go inward towards Mexico. But I would say you never know because the storm can shift. It can go north or return backwards. You see what I'm saying? It can do like a freaking U-turn. So this is the current projection that it's saying. But like I say, you never know because it can change. We've seen it, even if you're hurricane like the one that hit New Jersey a few months back, right? They were projecting it to go west, and then boom, out of nowhere, it switched up going north. So this is just a projection, but they don't know for sure. But definitely, it's gonna be tearing up things right here in South Texas. You know. Let's see what it says. It says Anna is the first hurricane of the Atlantic hurricane season. It says hurricane force winds are likely along the Texas coast. The biggest danger is flooding and rainfall, and which I'll show you on the radar. Like right here, the red. Yeah, that's gonna be some heavy rain, and who knows how long it's gonna be dragging itself down there. You know. Uh, Here's the projector talking about where it's gonna be hit. So yeah, I'm telling you, man. I just wanted to make this because I'm amongst the storm. So I wanted to make this video, and this is another reason why. Remember, I had that stream about when will there be another shutdown, and where I mentioned that Texas might have another shutdown. That the governor, there's a little bird was mentioning that they were gonna shut it down last week or last weekend, right? But it didn't happen. No, check this out. This thing right here that we're seeing, and we're under a pandemic. What do you think is gonna happen? So, like I say, and I've been telling you guys, my prediction was something major is gonna be happening between August and October. But look, we haven't even entered August yet. We already have our first hurricane. So, and here's let me show you another article. Let me switch up. Okay, let me show you a different article. Well, and by the way, fair use, fair use. I gotta say that this article is talk about the Texas governor. It says Texas Governor Greg Abbott offers updates on state's response to Hurricane Anna. As Hurricane Anna nears the southern Texas coast, Governor Greg Abbott is scheduled to discuss the state's preparedness at a press conference slated on Saturday afternoon. Anna intensified to a Category 1 hurricane early Saturday morning. I was sleeping when it was raining here in Houston, becoming the first hurricane of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Anna is expected to make landfall on the South Texas coast, somewhere between Corpus Christi and Port Mansfield, Saturday afternoon or early evening. So I don't want to play, but this is what he was talking about basically. So I just wanted to make a stream, mentioning about what's happening right now, and like I say, there are more important things at hand that we could be discussing, and maybe this stream will help some of the brothers out there who might be in this environment. that can basically help them. And this is why I was talking about having water, food, canned food, and stuff like that in the house, because you never know what may come to pass in the days ahead. Always be prepared to you know to handle the storm. And this is very bad. Like, even though here in Houston we don't have to worry about it, but for those people out there, in Corpus Christi and all this area, yeah, they're about to get some real damage. Yeah, it sucks, man. I've been in two hurricanes. The Was a Hurricane Rita, and the one that hit Houston, and the one that came after Rita. I forgot the one that was recent. The one that flooded the whole 610 loop. Everything was underwater, man. It was amazing. When it happened, I was out of town, and then when I came back, it was as if there was no flooding. My brothers were saying that, man, everything was underwater, but when I came in, everything was dried up. So it's amazing how a disaster can come and go, and then you don't see any trace of the flooding, except some of the few damages that may happen. But man, they really cleaned it up, that highway quick. Yeah. See. Oh, Mister. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat, man. Yeah, Mister. You're right, man. Um, that's the whole thing I'm saying, because it's gonna be rainfall. It's gonna drop the temperature, right? It's gonna drop temperature where it's very cold. Allergies. Was it? It's gonna bring. It's gonna blow up junks, right? Dust in the air. A lot of junks are gonna be in the air, and then we're in the summertime, so it's gonna get once the sun comes up, the humidity and everything. It's gonna be dirty, man. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. Spring Texas is like north of me. Um, that's why I wanted to make a video. Uh, I don't know if anyone out there is anyone here living in was it Houston or Texas area. You're welcome to jump in, man, because maybe you can give us some information that may help others. What to do where you are. Finding shelter. You know, do you have water? I know for sure they're closing stores right now. They must be closing stores. So let's say if you didn't have any provision or water storage in your house, you might be in trouble, because I know for sure they're gonna close the store for a while, and we're under a pandemic. So just imagine, where would that lead? Yeah, it's wild, man. Let me play the radar again so you guys can see. Hold on, let me play the radar so you can see the route of the storm. Let me remove the banner, the image. Okay, let me zoom in. Yeah, like, I mean, just look at this thing, man. It it's gonna do a lot of damage. Like, just looking at the eye of the storm, you know. Just look at it as it plays. Just look at it. I have a feeling it's gonna do a U-turn, either going north or something. Like, that's something in my gut, man. It may go into Mexico, or we can switch up and go north, like coming back towards the Houston area, going to San Antonio. Oh yeah, yeah, 1960, man. I hate 1960. Too many lights, man. Too many lights. Too many lights. Yeah. So I'm like, man, it's like I just pray that some of the people who are in those area prepare ahead of time, because man, I tell you, like, there's no feeling where you got a storm like over even right now. I guess uh because it got so dark, the light, the automatic light went out, came on, because it usually come on at 8 when the sun goes down, but it just got dark, like very dark right now outside in Houston. So it looks like we're about to have another storm again. You're probably gonna hear like a background noise from my mic when it starts raining outside. It's coming. Wow. Yeah, this thing is gonna do a lot of damage. And this is another reason that, like I say, some people will be out of work for a time, and some people are not working on it. So this thing is even gonna make things worse, man. I know this would destroy a lot of homes, a lot of businesses, just more damage on top of damages that's already done, man. Like, I mean, people know, like, just think about this, man. The economy is trash right now. People don't have jobs, right? The pandemic, small businesses like bars, clubs, and stuff like this still closed, right? Some few places are open. Now they're getting a hurricane. Just quantify the level and the magnitude of what it's gonna do to the economy. Just imagine it. Those people, the one thing they're thinking about, survival. They're not thinking about anything else. They're thinking about, what am I gonna do after the storm is over? Because they're gonna be under that storm. You can go anywhere. And this storm, what if it creates a freaking tornado? Now that's gonna be a add-on to this hurricane again. And this is why I would say it's always good to be prepared. Better to be safe than sorry. Some of the advice I mentioned, it was based on a prediction, but regardless, like I say, Texas is getting shut down, right? Does that mean my advice wasn't sound to be like, hey, stock up on water, get some canned food, you know, be prepared to lose power, have uh, if possible, get like one of those coil, so you can cook food with coal. Because if the power goes out, which is very rare in America, the power is always on. Thankfully, but with this damage that the storm is gonna do, yeah, yeah, Caribbean kitchen, yeah, yeah. I mean, especially if you can cook if you know how to cook your own food, you'll be okay. The thing is, because of the storm and the pandemic, I'm sure the government is gonna issue like an executive order that all those affected in those cities to quarantine. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna self quarantine because they be like, well, you got all these debris and stuff like that, and the air. It's for sanitation purposes. They're gonna tell everybody to remain in your house. There you go, quarantine, lockdown. Yeah. So as you can see, that storm is no joke, man. The eye of the storm. Right now, I'm looking outside from my window. I see it's getting dark out here. So we're about to get some speaking of that storm. But yeah, guys, like, any one of you been under a hurricane before? Okay, I see Mr. Mister. He said the storm that flooded my whole street back in 2017 just happened to be after I moved out of my apartment. So I was living in my truck while over the road. Yeah, man. I know one of my high school friend. Their house flooded twice. Twice, man. I was like, what? And that's another reason why before you get a house, investigate, find out if that area gets flooded. Don't just buy a house because it's nice or it's a nice neighborhood. Find out if the in case of a flood or a storm, does that place flood up? Those are just common sense knowledge that people should be using now. because you never know what may happen in the future. So always be prepared. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't want to play what the government was talking about. Just to just to keep a more focus on what's at hand. I know usually they recommend you getting those batteries, like those lighting batteries, because if you have flashlights, flashlight, common sense. But I know those old school battery has those little bright lights where you can actually hold it and then like turn it on. It's gonna light up the room in case the power goes out. And they got those was it uh mini, like was it charcoal cooker where you can light it up and actually cook in case the power goes out or you have no power. But I know for sure, like that's why in case of things like this, it's best to have a gas oven, um, because you won't be using electricity. You just light up the gas and then you have fire. So that's the advantage of having a gas stove than an electric one. Because if in case of a hurricane like this, then everything shuts down. You at least have a means to cook. Yeah, and I'm reading different articles. Everybody's talking about it. So this is was a Hurricane Anna. It's the first hurricane of this year. So, but it's not the last. There's gonna be more, man. Especially starting August. That's what I was saying. Between August and October, there's gonna be bad things happening and great things happening. But so far, we're in July and we already have our first hurricane. What else 2020 have in store for us? It's amazing. Yeah, I'll drop the link if anyone wants to jump in. You're welcome to. I'm just looking at this storm. Uh, I see. Just keeping track of it. I don't want to be too long because I know the rain is about to start, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll record as it's raining and kind of show you what's going on out here. Yeah, man, let me show you. Like when you look at Houston, it's like for a few hours it will be like blank, and then bam, the rain comes. You see. So right now, well, it shows what 10. Right now it's 4:49. So it's showing by the time it's 5:30, the storm is gonna be taking so was it southwest Houston, where third war, was it? This is the area where third war Colombian is from, southwest. So they're gonna get some storms down there. Speak. Oh, hold on. Going back. So yeah, my area is gonna get some. It's gonna basically it's gonna rain right now, and then after a few minutes later on again in North Houston at this time 8:39, we're gonna have another storm. So yeah, we're gonna have all day storm. So we'll see what happens. Did you guys hear that? I just heard the was it thunder. I don't think you guys heard it, but yeah, like if I were to show you guys the scenery right here outside, man, it's black. It's like dark now. Yeah, One thing I'm just looking at, man, what's gonna happen afterward? It's like, man, yeah. I mean, it's showing, yeah, Sugarland, Rosenberg, Pearland, all this, Katy too. You see, so basically, west, west of Houston, southwest. They're gonna be getting most of the storm, and then North Houston is gonna get a sprinkle of it. But right now, it's about to rain. I'm looking outside. It's dark, man. The outside light automatically turn on because it's thinking it's black or it's nighttime. So anytime soon, probably like in the next 15 minutes, it's probably gonna be raining. But I was saying, man, I'm like some national disaster is gonna happen. Between August and then we have one now. Today's the 25th. In what? In 6 days, it's gonna be August. 6 7 days. So next weekend, it's gonna be August. Who knows what's gonna be in store? But the reason why I'm actually focusing on this storm is we talk about the pandemic, right? Texas, quote unquote, had a lot of cases, right? I'm just playing along. You guys already know where I come from. Let me just play with the narrative, right? So Texas has a lot of cases of quote unquote the pandemic and stuff like that. They're saying stay home quarantine, right? Now you have a storm coming to one of the hottest states in America. The temperature is gonna cool down. And what do we know about weather change, right? What does it do? It affects your allergies, right? So, what do you think is gonna happen after the storm is over? Just think about it. Mm, I know. So, a lot of people, oh, okay. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it from the narrative they're giving us in a grand scheme of things. This is one of the reasons why Texas is gonna shut down. This right here will lead to the governors coming out and giving an executive order that Texas is shut down for health reasons because of this hurricane, because of the damage and everything, and the climate. And this will give the excuse to shut down Texas. I'm predicting this. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna use this as an excuse because they were already saying the numbers are too high. We're in code red, red, red. Stay home, quarantine. Stay home, quarantine. Wear your masks. And then we have a hurricane. What do you think is gonna happen? And I told my brother to basically keep a watch because he's gonna be under the storm. So who knows how he will be over there? He plays soccer for a college. So usually they practice and everything. So now they won't be able to because the rain. They're gonna be quarantined in the house. Yeah, man. We're just gonna keep watching, see what happens, man. Like I know it's not gonna be a good sight. This thing is gonna be destroying a lot of businesses. It's like, man, it's like how much beat down people are gonna be beat up. Like it's like, man, it's like my business is locked down, right? I can't open up because of this pandemic, and then now my business is trashed, destroyed, or you know, this storm just comes in and clean things up, destroyed the business, trash everywhere. Hopefully, the insurance covers it. Who knows? You know, yeah, that could be another thing. Like after this storm passes, like a lot of those businesses are going to be damaged They're probably gonna claim it to the hurricane. Yeah, yeah. See, Mister. Now you see where I'm going with this, right? That yeah, this is gonna be one of the reasons why they're gonna shut down the states. They're gonna be like, you know, we for the safety of the citizen, shut it down, shut it down. And I was told at work, my job because we deliver for Amazon. We received a letter that was saying, well, Amazon hasn't decided if they're gonna lock down their warehouses because of this hurricane. So they just told us that over the weekend we'll see, because I don't know if on Monday they're gonna cancel all the orders that we're supposed to take, because here in Houston too we're gonna get that sprink of the storm, and we don't know how long it's gonna go. And like I say, my prediction is, don't be surprised if this storm, instead of going west towards Mexico, does a U-turn and flips up and go north towards San Antonio, coming back towards, you know, between Austin and was it Austin and San Antonio? Hmm. Oh, your battery is running down. Yeah, you better charge it. You better charge it. Me usually when if I'm using my phone, I always have it plugged in so the battery doesn't run out. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to talk about this thunderstorm, man. So, like I say, before I end this stream, I I just wanted to say that, to the people out there, be careful, stock up, because I don't know if the stores are, like, stores are closed up, but just have your water. If you have a generator, grab one. Just take precautions, and if possible, get out of that area. But I think right now it's kind of too late, because the storm is gonna be landing there anytime soon. So, but it's worth, like, if even like, let's say if it was a few days ago, like 2 days ago, then yeah, you could leave town. But now it's kind of too late. So the best thing is, hopefully living in a house that's, that can take the damage that's gonna happen. I know I live on the third floor, so I'm like, hey, if I was in Corpus Christi right now, I'll probably want to be somewhere else, because I'm on the third floor. You're gonna get everything. You're gonna get that storm. You're gonna get that wind, man. You don't want to take any chances. But man, I already know Hurricane Hanna is gonna be the main reason to shutting down the state, man. So we'll just wait and see, and and pray for those people to be safe and sound. Yeah, I had to make this stream because I have two, families. I got my brother in St. Allen, and my sister and her family, the over there in was it South Padre area. So she mentioned that they're under a storm right now. So we'll see what happens. But y'all better be safe, and stay home. And because of this, I predict they're gonna shut down the states. They're gonna shut it down. And it's it's gonna be very, very naughty. But we'll just wait and see. Wait till the storm, pass over. All right, guys. I think 35 minutes is good enough. I just want to say thank you, guys. This was just a quick stream I wanted to make regarding this storm. So you guys be careful out there. If you have families out there, check on them, see what's up, and another advice: the next time you see a storm, a few days before it lands or coming towards your direction, if there is a way, man, find move out of town, go probably where the storm is not gonna touch, whether you family members, friends, or a hotel. Just get away. Uh, y- best it's best for you to get away from the storm than to ride it. That will be my recommendation for next time. So thanks again, guys, for showing up. Peace. Like, share to stream, subscribe, and give a heads up to your family members or friends that you know who lives down in South Texas. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next stream, man. Peace.